Hey guys, it's Ryan Stewart here, the inventor of Artsplash by Mattel and the winner of ABC's The Toy Box. So, since I won the television show, I've been getting the question a lot about how I invented Artsplash. And so I wanted to address not only that, but I also wanted to talk to you about how inventors like myself and other professional inventors create and develop and invent new products. So I'm going to give you 4 tips on how a lot of inventors get those creative juices flowing. First off, if you don't know what Artsplash is, it is this. This is Artsplash. It's a way to create 3-dimensional images out of water. Okay, that's my one-liner that I use to get companies like Mattel and other companies interested in this product. So create 3-dimensional images out of water. Essentially what that means is this has some predetermined paper, if you want to, or excuse me, it has some paper in it that has some predetermined images that when you add water to those select areas, the water will beat up and only want to go in those areas. So obviously if you're using colored water, you can add different colors to the different sections and it'll make a very spectacular artistic drawing or artwork, and so it looks like Jello kind of. So anyways, that's what Artsplash is. So how did I come up with Artsplash? First off, so to answer that question, I'm going to show you some images, and this first picture is a picture of my 3 kids playing very intensely a game that I called the Duct Race. So the Duct Race was developed by me, and it was not my invention. I copied it from some festival we went to, but anyhow, the story behind it is I used to own car washes. And at one of my car washes, I had a issue of kids running around and being wild while their parents were getting their car washed, and I really didn't have anything for kids to do when their parents brought their cars to me. So on the weekends, we would have kids running around everywhere. And so I thought to myself, I need to build something, I need to have something for kids to do to entertain them while their parents getting their car washed. So that's where this came in. I built this Duct Race, and what it was 2 tracks, 2 old-fashioned water pumps, and basically the idea was you stuck a duck in the beginning of the track on both sides, and the kids would pump the water as fast as they can, and the more water you pump, the faster the duck went down the track, and so you have the person that got their duck down the track the fastest won. So kids love this game. But in the process of making it, I wanted to make it faster, I wanted to make it cooler, so I painted the tracks, and I also coated them with some special waterproofing material. And in that process of coating these tracks, I mixed together the paint and the waterproofing material by accident in one area. And what happened was, it made a little 3-dimensional image like this on the track. And I thought to myself, when I saw it, that's interesting. And I had my aha moment. Okay, many inventors have this moment when they see something and they think of something else. It's the aha moment. So I thought to myself, what if I could create a 3-dimensional image out of water? Like this, but maybe something a little cooler. So that's where I came up with this. I made some shapes and was able to create water, 3-dimensional images in different shapes. Then I thought to myself, what if I could create an actual, something artistic? So the next thing I came up with was what I call my first prototype, and that was I love you note to my wife. It was letters that I stenciled and did this. And the funny thing about this was, as you can see in the picture, the vitamin water. I was at my car wash at the time when I developed this and made this prototype, and didn't have any colored water around, any dyes or anything. So I went to my cooler. We sold drinks at the time, and grabbed a colored liquid, vitamin water, and I poured it on the board, and this is what happened. So That's how I created Artsplash. And obviously this was a more finalized version of my prototype. I then called it 3D Liquid Art. Mattel changed the name to Artsplash, but it was a way to create three-dimensional images out of water. So that's how it was done. It was a process that that took a little bit of time, but eventually got it licensed, and now I get paid a royalty every time one sells by Mattel. So let's get into how you come up with ideas. So if you want to become more creative, come up with more ideas, or maybe you're not creative and you want to start being creative and coming up with ideas to earn money from it, maybe in licensing, or maybe you want to develop a product to sell and venture the product, this is how you can do it. So first off, the way that you would start is through 4 different ways. Okay, the first one is problem solving. Problem solving is probably the most popular way of developing an idea, coming up with a new product. And for this example, I'm going to show you a picture of a hot pot. All right, so with a hot pot, we're boiling water, and that pot's got to come off the stove or the fire eventually. And so how would you do that without burning your hands? Because I'm sure that if anybody has tried to get a hot pot off the stove and didn't have a way to do it, they probably burnt their hands. So, oven mitts. All right, I don't know exactly how oven mitts were invented, but I would imagine it's something like this. Somebody saw a problem and they found a solution, so they invented oven mitts. That's a problem solution. I want to show you an actual product, a very successful product. Now this product is called Zipit. I'm sure you've seen this product because it sells in every Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, every store that I know of that sells home goods. This was invented by a friend of mine, Gene Luoma. Gene invented this product about 20 years ago, 18 to 20 years ago, and he invented it out of necessity. All right, so with this product, you're able to get hair out of drains. Now, Gene has women in his household, and so 20 years ago, he had a problem of the drains continually getting clogged with hair. And the only solution at the time was chemicals, harsh chemicals. You pour down the drain and can damage your drain and just be harsh in general. So he came up with this solution. It's a simple piece of plastic, injection mold with some barbs on it. It probably costs somewhere around 10 to 15 cents to manufacture, and has sold millions and millions and millions and millions of units. He's made millions and millions of dollars with this simple piece of plastic. This is a simple idea that was executed well by licensing it to a company that knew what they were doing and earned a lot of royalties for it. So that is problem solving. Next is what I call mix and match. Mix and match is think of 2 or more things that normally don't go together and combine them into one product. So here we have a picture of 5 products. We have scissors, can opener, a knife, we have a saw, and we have a bottle opener. Or, excuse me, not a bottle, a wine opener. So, what could you think of if you combined all of these 5 products? Can you imagine what that product would look like? If you guessed Swiss Army knife, then you're correct. Swiss Army knife has all of these products and more, and they're all combined in one neat little product that has sold a lot. I don't have the numbers on how many Swiss Army knives have been sold over the years, but I would venture to say it has made a lot of money. Somebody thought of this idea by combining a lot of products into one. Another very popular example would be the camera phone. So there was a time that probably most of my audience doesn't remember, but there was a time when there was only phones and only cameras, and eventually somebody created the camera phone. The third way is what I've kind of already described, is how I invented Artsplash, but it's called what if. It's asking yourself the question, what if? And for me, that question was, what if I could make 3-dimensional images out of water? I remember I saw an image, I I thought, what if I could make that image into something cooler? I created some designs, some shapes, and then I created the art. It became Artsplash. Okay, 3D liquid art became Artsplash. Fourth way is review and improve. Okay, so this is when you would read a bunch of reviews. Okay, you can go online, you can go to many different websites and read reviews of products. So if there's a specific product that you're trying to invent for, go start reading reviews of consumers that consumers have left about the products, and find out what they like, what they don't like, what problems there are, and see if you can solve any problems with understanding this. So it's similar to solving the problem and solution type inventing, but it's more fine-tuned, finding exactly what those problems are. So if you didn't actually have the problem with the product, you're finding other people that have and coming up with a solution. So to do that, what I recommend is going to Amazon and looking for 3-star reviews. Okay, looking for a product that generally has a pretty good amount of reviews, and for the most part have pretty good reviews. You don't want to find a product that has an average 1-star review, because that product is just garbage anyways, probably. You want to find a product that has generally like 4-star average, but yet has a lot of also 3-star reviews that you can look at. The reason that we like the 3-star reviews is because if you look at 1-star reviews, generally people that write the 1-star reviews just hate life in general. They hate everything. They're just the Debbie Downers. They think everything in life sucks, and they're just gonna bash anything. So not a great place to find, you know, that criticism that you're looking for. 5-star reviews, they might be someone that is just overly excited about everything. They just love life too much, and they are looking at the product and not giving you accurate feedback that you can use. The 3-star reviews are people that genuinely like the product. However, they might have an issue with the product that you want to find out what that issue is. And usually you can find a pattern of these. And when it comes down to finding a pattern, you're looking for an issue that you think you can solve that a lot of people have a problem with. So let's look at this. So we found a hairbrush on Amazon. Okay, I randomly picked this product because it had 4-star review average, and it had quite a bit of them. So it has over 1,300 reviews. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to dig a little deeper. I went to the 3-star reviews and I looked at what are these 3-star reviews saying, and do they have any commonalities? And so let's start reading them. Travel size, not a full size. Tiny brush. Would be good as a kid's brush. Very small. It's much smaller than I thought. It's like a miniature brush. It's small but okay. Toy brush, a little small. So what have we gathered? Obviously we've gathered that people think this brush is too small. So what if, we see there's a what if, so it becomes a what if also, but what if we could create a little bit larger product and market it? I know this is a simplification, but what if you could do that? What if there was no larger brushes out there and you could actually do that with this product? You might have a pretty good product on your hands. So what we do in this example is we make the brush larger. And now we've solved many of the problems that these people are facing. We keep all the positive that this product has, all the positive review information, and we just solve the problem. That's another great way. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it informative, and I hope it helps you invent some more ideas or start inventing in general. Because the best inventors are consumers. You don't have to be the Einstein type of you don't have to be a super smart person. You don't have to be Thomas Edison. You just have to have one simple idea that you can come up with, and if you choose to go through licensing, you could license that product to a company and let them do all the work, and you can collect a royalty check like I did. So I hope this video helped you, and if it did, if you like this video, please share it. By sharing it, you're telling me that you like the material and that you want to hear more of this type of material. And I look forward to doing more videos that are informative about product development, licensing, inventing in general. So again, if you like the video, please like it and share it, and look for my next video. Thanks guys. Ryan Stewart, the inventor of Artsplash and the winner of ABC's The Toy Box.